Hey guys, what's going on? So today we are going to talk about the race car 91 Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra 3300 motor. So why are we seeing this car again? Who cares? Well, I care, so you guys get to deal with it. I'm not sure what attitude to approach this video with. One, what I figured out was I did not know what I was doing. So the car passed tech with flying colors because the tech was not very. They didn't inspect a whole lot. One, tires, wrong tires, bad tires. Those are not what I needed for this race or the track. Another thing I needed really badly was a handbrake. I can't stress that quite enough in this scenario. You can actually see my duct tape over there. What's up with all the traffic? Really needed a handbrake. The way the track's set up, you go down, just make a complete U-turn, come back up, U-turn, and you do that 10 times. So my car was definitely probably the biggest car there. Most of the cars that I was competing against were like Honda Civics, Honda Accords, mostly Hondas. But top three winners, I guess. The number three people were all Hondas. Both nights, all the races. That's what was up. So they ran us in pairs, and it was just down and back. Loops like that. First night was just a total mud bog. My car, it moved, so I'm impressed. I'm impressed that it even moved. Okay, so after the first night, I realized how much we needed a rear e-brake to help slide through the corners. So we jerry-rigged my e-brake over here, and I was just using the foot brake, and it was actually working really good. After the first night, I realized that my car was big and heavy and was not very competitive in the market that it was in the race it was in. Market, I don't know why I said that. So we put it on a little bit of a diet. If you're familiar with the car and what I was doing, trunk lid gone. Took that off. We're going to adjust that hole over there in just a second. Everything else stayed the same here. Modified e-brake. Fenders gone. I seriously needed a set of tires that were like proper for this race. Other people were running tractor tires and shit like that. So I was seriously out of class there. Moving on. Hood gone. Now, what is up with this bumper? Like, come on. So this is the custom bumper that we built. I wasn't sure what kind of bumpers they would be running, what was and wasn't allowed. Basically, they didn't seem to regulate that a whole lot. The rules stated that if it looked unsafe, they would cut it. There was some pretty hefty bumpers, and they were all running. So obviously, you want to go lightweight enough to not add a ton of weight, but you want enough to keep you out of the guardrail. That was one of the problems I had in a race, is I got stuck in the guardrail over here. The bumper actually got stuck in the guardrail, and I couldn't move, go forward or back up. It was actually wedged in between the two guardrails. Mud was flying everywhere. Hopefully I can get the videos. I've seen them. There's at least one person filming me on the second night. I won a race and lost a race, and then nobody was filming me for the second race. I guess technically I won a match. I don't know, I needed to learn some terms or something there. But I kept hitting the wall because I wasn't turning right. There was supposed to be a vacuum. Oh goodness. There's a vacuum canister that hangs out here. in about this area, and it's just completely gone. Apparently I lost it on the track. So we taped off the vacuum line and hit the track. The second race of the night, they ran some pairs, which I guess were matches, and then the actual second race. I got lined up to run. I was running the guy that won the last race, so I didn't really expect much. But halfway down the track, I died, and apparently it's a GM V6 problem. I thought it was a crank position sensor, which is right down there. You can see the new one all shiny and stuff. But apparently, this wiring harness right here has issues. I was trying to figure it out. I was about to replace the ignition module, which would actually have fixed it, probably, or at least I would have thought it did. I'm going to take that apart and see if I can't fix it more. But I just took it off and plugged it back in, and the car ran. That was a simplified version of the hours I put into this thing after a $40 crank position sensor right there. But you have to remove the harmonic balancer, and that's torqued on at 230 pounds, so it took a lot to get that off. I've got some other wiring issues I want to take care of. I don't know, I was seriously underprepared for the race. I realized that when I got there, the track was just utter soup. But there's other races, other tracks in my area, so that's pretty cool. We'll check some of those out. I know there's more this year. Hopefully we can catch some. I mean, life does go on. I gotta fix the bumper here. I didn't realize it was all smashed right there. I guess that's where I hit the guardrail. But it's it's a race, but it's almost more of a demo derby. So I was so focused on my car and getting ready and stuff. I've misplaced the GoPro, so I couldn't GoPro the races or the other racers or other cars I was racing. Wish I could have. They looked more like demo derby cars than what you would think of as a race car. I don't know if I told you guys this, showed you guys this, but my headlights now power my fans, which is pretty cool. Apparently that's a pro tip, because the one Civic I kept racing, he said he did that. He's actually got a mechanical temperature gauge, and the light on it's wired into the same one. He said that sometimes something will happen and you'll lose power to the fan, and at least you know that you've lost power to the fan. Yeah, that's basically it. Because I had welded the door shut, though, I had to actually take and cut the fenders off here when I took the fenders off. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out some of my other videos. Check out the other build videos. And check out Instagram @TrashTag. I'll catch you in the next one.